Look at this standard map of Southeast Asia. Most plan trips across this flat, two-dimensional plane, connecting cities in a horizontal line. But mapping Malaysia like this hides its geography. To understand this country, you must measure its vertical extremes. Our descent begins in the sky. Towering 88 stories above Kuala Lumpur, the Petronas Twin Towers dominate the skyline with their illuminated architectural bridge. The city is locked in an architectural race upward. Megastructures like the new Merdeka 118 are pushing the limits of engineering, scraping the stratosphere to secure a permanent place among the tallest buildings on Earth. Dropping blindly from these dizzying man-made summits sends you plunging straight through thick, swirling atmospheric layers below. This relentless drive to build higher and higher is a direct physical reflection of Malaysia's rapid economic ascent over the last few decades. Moving east across the South China Sea to Borneo, urban steel gives way to natural rock at the 13,000-foot peak of Mount Kinabalu. Leaving the absolute peak, descending to 1,500 meters brings you into the Cameron Highlands, where slopes are carved into sweeping emerald green tea fields. This specific altitude acts as a natural air conditioner. The sudden drop in temperature creates a permanent microclimate, sustaining ancient, mist-covered mossy forests just a few degrees north of the equator. That same cool air produces an unexpected agricultural yield. Massive tea estates and vibrant strawberry farms thrive here, taking advantage of highland weather patterns that would be impossible down at sea level. You can almost feel the rush as you skim rapidly across miles of these vast, mist-covered agricultural terraces. While these high-altitude escapes offer serenity, the country's most vital kinetic energy is found back down at the sweltering surface. Back on the mainland coast, Penang is the ultimate surface-level epicenter. Centuries of diverse cultures furiously collide along the weathered shophouses of Georgetown. You see this collision mechanically assembled in the street food. Take nasi kandar, a local staple where a mountain of rice is completely drenched in a rich, heavy assortment of spiced Indian Muslim curries. Walk right down the street and the flavor profile snaps in the opposite direction. Penang laksa swaps those curries for a bright, tangy fish broth noodle soup packed with fresh herbs. Street vendors use intense, blistering heat to achieve wok hei, locking massive, explosive flavors directly into the ingredients. The density of this culture scales up massively in Kuala Lumpur at Jalan Alor. By night, this famous street transforms into a sensory barrage of smoke, shouting hawkers, and the sharp scent of roasted meats and durian fruit. These hyper-concentrated food hubs serve as a cultural forge, fusing the distinct traditions of the Malay, Chinese, and Indian communities onto a single plate. While the cities represent intense human density, the interior of the peninsula is defined by biological density. Leaving the concrete behind, we plunge into the deep, untouched canopy of Temen Negara. The timeline of this protected rainforest is staggering. At 130 million years old, it drastically predates the Amazon, making it one of the oldest undisturbed ecosystems on the planet. The jungle is so thick that the only real highways are the waterways. Navigating this terrain means fighting the kinetic energy of river rapids in long, narrow wooden boats. Skimming violently down Borneo's critical, winding waterways is the fastest method to penetrate deep into the wild interior. Those rivers, specifically the Kinabatangan, are the vital lifeblood for a highly specialized group of rare megafauna. It is the only place to spot wild orangutans and pygmy elephants navigating the muddy riverbanks. At the surface level, Malaysia is a fierce competition for space. Both the towering megacities and the ancient primordial jungles operate at a relentless maximum kinetic intensity. But the journey is not over. To reach the actual foundation of the country, we have to drop below the surface, starting at a geological anomaly just outside Kuala Lumpur called the Batu Caves. To even reach the entrance, you have to survive a punishing climb up 272 vibrant steps. The towering 140-foot golden statue of Lord Murugan standing guard at the base gives you a true sense of the sheer scale. Passing from the glaring surface sunlight into the massive, echoing shadows of the ancient earth is instantly awe-inspiring. The sheer volume of empty space inside the cavern required a mind-bending 400 million-year timeline for dripping water and creeping erosion to carve out these specific limestone chambers. Today, that geology serves a highly practical, spiritual purpose. Active Hindu temples and intricate shrines are built right into the stone, hiding completely inside the belly of the earth. It is the ultimate subterranean sanctuary. The Batu Caves demonstrate exactly how modern religious devotion in Malaysia is literally cradled and protected by prehistoric geology. For our final descent, we break away from the mainland entirely and skim out over the crystal-clear waters of the Perhentian Islands and Marble Island. Off the coast of Semporna, remote wooden villages float untethered to the shore, their stilt structures hovering just inches above the ocean's surface. We finally plunge below the atmospheric surface, dropping straight into a silent, bustling, alien world beneath the waves. These specific coral reefs are highly complex ecological engines. They act as nurseries and feeding grounds, actively supporting the broader oceanic food web of Southeast Asia. So throw away the flat map. You cannot understand Malaysia by moving horizontally. It is a profound vertical journey, stretching from the ambitious, glass-covered clouds of progress all the way down to the ancient silence of the ocean floor. This diagram shows the exact interface to help us map out more global narratives. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you on the next journey.